What if I can't pay my tax bill? Some people do their tax return and then just forget to pay. And then the next thing they know, they've got a letter from HMRC saying, "Why haven't you paid the bill? And here is some interest you're being charged now." As a self-employed person, you must remember that tax is due on the 31st of January, and potentially if you're making a payment on account on the 31st of July. Now, HMRC are supposed to send out reminders, but in this day and age, they tend to cut costs and they don't send the reminders. It's up to you to remember. On the other hand, sometimes people don't pay their tax bill because they cannot pay. But there are options out there. You need to deal with HMRC directly on this, and it can go one of two ways. If you have missed the payment deadline, then you can call and ask for the time to pay unit. A time to pay agreement is when they ask if you have any way of paying the bill, like a debit card, overdraft facility, a credit card, if you can borrow the money or if there's anything you can sell to pay the bill. Once they have exhausted these, then they should agree to a time to pay, as they'd rather have tax in instalments than not at all. They might spread it over 3 months, 6 months, depending on what you can offer. There is always an interest charge. The last thing I heard, it was something like 3 or 3.5%, but it's still way cheaper than taking it on a credit card and trying to pay credit card fees. Always phone HMRC. Google time to pay arrangements, and that'll give you the right number to call. Now, if your bill isn't yet due to be paid, then there is the business support unit that will allow you to make payments in advance on a direct debit basis with no interest to be paid. And that will just help you spread the pain of how much tax you've got to pay of a certain amount of months. You cannot use that if the deadline has passed. So if you don't think you'll be able to pay the bill in time for the deadline, and if you're like me, you'll spend the money, give the business support unit a call, and they will arrange for a debit card system to come out and be allocated to your account. It's not the end of the world. They are there to help. Thank you.